Hermit Druid, a powerful combo deck only found in Vintage, is not seeing any play in 2024. Let's try to change that with this Lurrus Deathrite Shaman build. Hello and welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to a donation deck list from Gary. This is going to be a Hermit Druid deck. This is a kind of a vintage-only combo deck that doesn't really see a lot of play these days. Hermit Druid is tap a green and reveal cards off the top of your library until you reveal a basic land, put that card into your hand, and all the others revealed into your graveyard. Typical strategy here, don't play any basic lands. With no basic lands in the deck, you will mill over your entire library. The way you win here is you mill over Narcomoebas. Those Narcomoebas go into play. You get rid of their counter magic with Cabal Therapy, and you sack the Narcomoebas to dread return a Thassa's Oracle. This is a pretty redundant version here, or a heavy combo oriented on the combo side here with 4 Narcomoebas, 2 Therapies, 2 Oracles, which is nice. You have secondary combinations of something like Hermit Druid, mill over your library and just cast an Oracle from hand, or even cast an Oracle from the graveyard with Lurrus. You have Oracle plus Demonic Consultation as another combo. And this is a little bit of a different direction than I typically build my Hermit Druid decks. I've been trying to make Hermit Druid work for a pretty long time. If you follow on the stream, we've played a bunch of different varieties over the years. This one is definitely going to be more of a value-oriented deck that has Hermit Druid in it. You're not seeing a full suite of Moxen to power out Hermit Druid on turn 1. We're opting for more of a Lurrus, kind of like a bug Lurrus Deathrite Shaman controlling shell. And do a little bit more grinding here with 4 oofs to shut down our opponent, as well as strip mines and Deathrites and that kind of thing. So only 2 Hermit Druids and not a full suite of Moxen is a pretty big departure from how I like to build the deck. I'm definitely more towards the maximizing of the Hermit Druids, playing like 4 Hermit Druids, a bunch of Moxen. I've even done things where post-board, I take out all the Narcomoebas and the graveyard stuff, and we just bring in 4 Oracles so that you can always do a Hermit Druid plus Oracle A plus B combo instead of just a singleton A combo, because people are likely to bring in, graveyard hate against you. Soul Guide Lantern, Leyline of the Void, these kind of things can make it hard to do a Hermit Druid combo. But I think this version could work. This is definitely this is the way that the donator wanted to approach it, more of a grinding oriented bug deck. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this through a Vintage League and see how it goes. Hopefully we can get some nice Hermit Druid kills in. This is a card that you can't really play in other formats, but it also is just a 1/1 for 2, so it gets Bowmastered. But I guess getting Bowmastered is not the end of the world if you can maybe later bring it back with the old cat nightmare. So I'll see you in round 1. Have you ever wanted to win your own real Black Lotus? The legendary NYSE Vintage Tournament returns this June 22nd on Long Island in New York. 15 proxy, high stakes, paper vintage action with 8 whole pieces of unlimited power as prizes. You are not going to want to miss it. Check out more information in the description below. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, round 1. Cat acquired. Black Lotus acquired. But I have a Thassa's Oracle. We have the classic bug start of 3 out of our 4 Moxen. We have a Strip Mine. We have a Lurrus. We can play turn 1 Lurrus Black Lotus. We have a Brainstorm and the ability to put back this Oracle if we want. I mean, this is probably a bit on the speculative side of keeps, but I feel like it's a keep. Opponent does not reveal a Lurrus. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We'll have to find out. But we have Strip Mine here to cover us from a variety of bad things that can happen. Amongst them that. Yeah, okay. Narcomoeba. Definitely want to put that one back. So I like just going Strip Mine this Lurrus Saga and we'll play out our Moxen. I don't think there's a world in which we don't play all of our Moxen. Maybe I'll hold. If I was going to hold anything, I'd hold the Jet, right? I'm gonna play out everything. It represents Force of Will, which is kind of nice as well. And I'm not gonna do anything, but I have the ability to brainstorm if I need to. Basic island, go. Okay. So here, if I choose to brainstorm, I can't buy and play Lurrus in the same turn. But I feel like, yeah, I think I'm just going to buy Lurrus. But I don't think I'm going to play Lurrus. I think I'd like to hold it. I'm not really doing anything with this Lurrus right now. I'd rather not invest my Lotus. Next turn, we have the ability to brainstorm first and make a look at three extra cards here, and that way we can help determine whether or not we want to push this Lurrus through. We want to counter something on the other side. It's a time walk. It's a time vault. It's the merchant scroll. Okay. Just an ancestral recall. That'll help inform us of what we want to do with this brainstorm as well. And a Deathray Shaman. All right, so let's definitely start with this brainstorm and see what we have to work with. We have Consult. So we have Oracle, Consult. Wow. Interesting. We have lots of options now. So we can't play Lurrus and Oracle Consult in the same turn. We can Oracle Consult and Hermit Druid in the same turn, though. Definitely I'm just going to put back a Narcomoeba and a Deathray Shaman here. I don't feel like I need those. And then the question will become, which of these things do we want to do? Six mana. But we can't make double blue, triple black. So we can't. I wish we could go Lurrus Oracle Consult. All right, I'm gonna lead with. I think I'm gonna lead with Hermit Druid here, and well, I'm like super worried they're going to like hold on for a Lurrus counter. But I guess if they counter Oracle, we can do it again anyways. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Hermit Druid here. They probably won't even counter this because I could just Lurrus it back anyways, right? I mean, they have an Ancestral coming. I feel like I want to pressure them here. I still can play Lurrus on the next turn, even if I use this Lotus, right? So they definitely have something, or they wouldn't think about this. I guess they could. They could game the situation, but I'm not really convinced that my choice is the best here. We don't need. I mean, I want to jam because I feel like my opponent has a lot going on with Merchant Scroll and Ancestral, but. Well, let's see if this console works. No. Mental misstep, huh? Brutal. I guess it's worth noting that Ancestral could kill us after we mill over our library, so we do need to not activate Hermit Druid until my opponent uses their Ancestral Recall. It'd be cool if we drew a Cabal Therapy, because then we could sack our Oracle. Demonic Tutor. I mean, we're just going to get like Black Lotus Vault Keyed here. Kind of feel like that's what's happening. Oh, they're just tinkering us. So my opponent had Ancestral Demonic Tinker. Okay. Not bad. Pass. Okay. So they bricked off the top of the library and they can't hold open Ancestral right now? I feel like... The problem is we can't guarantee that our Dread Return will resolve because of this Citadel, huh? And there's no way for me to kill the Citadel unless I find a Besiege You. So I guess there's no reason not to at least go Lurrus first. I guess that could like draw a counter spell, but that would be good. Is there anything I can like return here that will help me? Not really. Can't do much about anything. I feel like we just... I only have one Oracle. I guess what I can do is I can cast an Oracle from my yard with Lurrus. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that either. Oh, I could sack this Oracle to a therapy and bring it... I can't bring it back because I'm not going to have enough mana, though. That's the real problem here. Like, if I had this Lurrus earlier, then I could maybe have enough mana to have redundancy. So, like, normally, you would just flip over your deck here, and you'd therapy your opponent's hand, and you'd be able to resolve Dread turn. But the problem is my opponent has the top of the library. I can't stop the top of the library. We know that they have an Ancestral in their hand. Nothing that we can buy back with Lurrus is very good here, right? It's just Black Lotus, so... I guess we could buy back a Deathrite Shaman so that we'd have an extra sack for Cabal Therapy, but... Alright, well, I mean, this just feels like a moment where we're going to activate the Hermit Druid, so... I feel like we cast Cabal Therapy and we target and we just name Force of Negation. They have Force of Will in their hand and Yogg-Will. All right, so now we need to name Force of Will. I'm surprised they have Force of Will here, but... I have to hope the top card on their library was not Flusterstorm, because I can't really beat Flusterstorm here. I mean, even playing this out doesn't actually help me. Yeah, this doesn't help me. I just lose to Flusterstorm on top, which is like kind of likely because they had a land drop to give, right? So I feel like they have a Flusterstorm on top of their library. And this is not going to be nearly enough. The only thing I could have done is I could have waited. Maybe. I think I might need to do like some amount of mental reframing on like how I want to play out my Hermit Druid games with this deck, because this deck is going to be a lot less combo oriented, even though it has a ton of combo pieces in it. But unfortunately, there's no way for me to put a card back on top and like live for another turn. Yeah, they just had Flusterstorm on the top of their library. Oh, I guess I would have beat Flusterstorm if I had simply not played my Lurrus out, right? That would have been the play. Ah, okay. So I feel like I should have made this read. So I would have just activated, and I probably have to name like the correct card. But there's no way I can like play anything in my upkeep, right? So it's just kind of shit. They also have an Ancestral. Okay. I mean, this feels like a game that I lost. So... I mean, I have to think they have a Fluster, right? They could like the only way they pass there is they have a counter spell on top, right? That's the only thing it can be. So I can't ever go for it, but then I'm like stuck underneath a Citadel. I mean, I was not really expecting my opponent to untap and just go Demonic Black Lotus Citadel. Looks like they're probably playing my deck from the last challenge. Hmm. All right. I do think I was supposed to play around Flusterstorm. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, if I have 4 mana, I can activate and then therapy once, hitting. I mean, I have to hit correctly though, right? Like if I go for a negation and I therapy twice, my storm count is 2, my storm count is 3, and I lose. Hmm. I don't know the answer. Clearly, playing Lurrus was kind of bad, but I don't know if it really mattered though. Um. So my opponent's probably playing some Tinker-based combo. I almost. I mean, the blue count isn't really high enough to like take out these Narcomoebas, is it? Blue count is only. Some earlier versions of this, I had 4 Ponder, which helped a lot. I don't really feel like you want a needle here. I kind of think you could play these Outland Liberators and Assassin's Trophies. I feel like you could play negations and flusters. Maybe you just bring in negations. Um, I guess like I theoretically could just cut full graveyard combo here and then only play Oracle Thassa's Oracle Hermit Druid when I draw them. I don't even hate that idea. This is the idea I usually take, but I don't know if that's really what Gary wants me to do. Um, do I want to do that? I kind of think I do, but this is like lets me on really low on blue card, so I feel like I have to bring in maybe Flusterstorm to help me here. But Flusterstorm isn't even that good. It's probably better than like Therapy though. Therapy is not that high value here without easy sack. So this gets my count. This puts us even more controlling, but what it does is it really weakens Graveyard, but it doesn't even weaken Graveyard that much because we're still playing Lurrus Deathrite Shaman. I don't know. To me, the whole concept of what's happening here just doesn't seem like it vibes. It doesn't pique my vibes here, but we'll see. I do like usually trying to board out of being graveyard reliant combo based deck because we don't need to be graveyard reliant combo based deck. We have 2 oracles, we have 2 hermit druids, and we have consultation, so we can play a more controlling version. Actually, what we might need to have is actually some force of vigors. How many green cards do we have? 2, 4, 8, 12. It's not great. Maybe not. Something about bug decks is you do need to be careful about their different green and blue counts. Definitely want an underground sea here. Not that I have basics to fetch anyways, because I'm playing Hermit Druid. All right. I mean, theoretically, a bug Deathrite Shaman deck should be pretty nice against this kind of Esper Tinker deck. But we'll have to see if that actually pans out. I like the idea of getting another Deathrite here. And then we'll just play our Wasteland and get a Lorien land with it. Obviously, we could hold up Fluster, but I don't really feel like that's necessary here. On this exact turn. Maybe next turn it will be better, but I actually kind of like an idea of maybe just going for Collector Oov. Uses a lot of our Deathrite mana, but I mean maybe we want to just go for Demonic and go for Ancestral before we get Hull Breachered. And also we have Flusterstorm back up. That might just be better. I want to like Surgical Extract or something. Okay. Demonic. Oh, another card that was missing in this list that I was a little bit surprised on was Gush. I had Gush in a couple of my versions. I feel like Gush makes a lot of sense here, but something to think about as well. I'm not gonna like. I don't want to harp on it too much because there is no, there is no stock version of Hermit Druid that succeeds. So taking routes different than other people can make a lot of sense. If like the normal way you're trying to play this deck out doesn't seem like it's working, maybe we need to try something else to get us to there. Which is why I've done a bunch of weird things in the past with Hermit Druid, things like Living Wish. Just try to think outside the box on like what is prohibiting this deck from being played. Like obviously Hermit Druid is not legal in Legacy. So it clearly at some point was of a power level where it could only really be found in Vintage. So we'll just have to see. Opponent is in a deep tank about Demonic Tutor. I'm not sure why. They're going to negate my Demonic Tutor. What do they pitch here? Lorien? I mean, I can't even just go for one card Hermit Druid combo here, so I'm just going for Ancestral. Just going to try to generate value. See what we can do. Opponent has 3 cards left. I mean, this does mean I can't get like a Collector Roof here. Maybe that's what my opponent is trying to prevent. By using the negation that they can't use on the Collector Roof. Alright, well, we have Force. Another Deathrite Shaman is not exactly where I'd like to be, but we have Saga covered, so maybe it's fine. Don't have a lot of lands to work with in our yard here. I think we have to fetch up our other Underground Sea. Then we'll have no more Underground Seas left. I was also a little bit surprised. I guess you have to have like a bunch of fetch lands and to make Deathrite Shaman work. It's like a lot of push and pull here. Like you want to have islands so you can fetch them with Lorien Revealed. You want to have fetch lands so you can eat them with Deathrite Shaman. I kind of think that you kind of want to have 4 Ponder, but then you have to get rid of some of your more versatile elements. It's very hard deck to build. There's a lot of things you'd like to be doing, but only so much space. Pretty happy that our opponent's attacking our tropical island here after they know we have another tropical island. Drew the Underground Sea. Actually, that means we have 1 fetchable left. So I kind of want to go get that fetchable now before we run out of fetches here. Not ideal. Just hold these up. Probably eat their cards at the end of turn here. Also represents like negation and a few other things. So, all right, they're just off it, which I guess is fair. We have drawn a lot. And then we have a Hermit Druid that does nothing. I guess we still have a Lurrus to buy at some point as well. Not that the Lurrus seems to do anything because we don't really have any cards in our yard anyways. Okay. They didn't get to see that I took out the combo, so maybe they'll still play more Graveyard Hate, which will be nice. So, could be good. Could be good. I got a cat. Force, Hermit Druid, Consult, sure. I guess Consult can freely get one of the 2 Oracles if you have a Hermit Druid. An interesting concept. Obviously, if you hit it 2 in your top 6, that'd be a problem, but I'm gonna probably negate this just because I don't currently have a Saga answer. We're not packing any dress downs. We're only packing actual targeted removal in the form of Wasteland Strip Mine, Outland Liberator, Assassin's Trophy. So I think I'd rather that Soul Ring did not happen. Oh, I just drew a Wasteland anyways. All right, well, still gonna Wasteland them. But I definitely didn't have the Wasteland in my hand, or I would not have countered the Soul Ring. We have our 1 Ponder. Lorien Revealed. I'm going to definitely pass my fetch land up and then just go for a Lorien Revealed end step. And then I Guess the answer is play Hermit Druid, hope to bait a force. I guess it's kind of awkward because, like, them forcing a Hermit Druid can just come back later with Lurrus. Holding this Ponder is a little dicey against a deck that's probably playing a bunch of Hull Breachers. Put in Brainstormed here, so I'm expecting a fetch. See what happens. If not, then they're just drawing the cards back that they brainstormed. Let's see. All right. I mean, they still have Lorien Revealed and tutors that they can shuffle with, so. Also need to be maybe worried about something like an opposition agent. Let's go Tropical Island and Underground Sea. Don't really get to insulate ourselves here. Time Walk. I like Time Walk here. Seems fine. Just try to get us some extra lands, or are they gonna just fluster this? That's fine. Don't care about that. It's not a card I care about. I think people are pretty suspect at evaluating when Time Walk is good. Now, Time Walk is a broken card, right? Time Walk is a power 9 card, but Time Walk is contextually broken. Time Walk requires... Okay, so they did shuffle away one card off their brainstorm. Time Walk requires you to have things in play that make it good. Like you have a Saga that's going off. You have an Oath that's going to trigger. You have an extra, set of attackers here. It takes a lot of extra work to make Time Walk broken. Time Walk is okay on its own, of course. It's always just a try again. But it takes a little bit more than that. It's kind of an awkward spot. Pretty sure we're playing Ponder here. But like we're shields down for a second. It's not great. Okay, so I will put the dig underneath this. So if I want this dig, I can have it. Because it is a blue card and it also is castable here. But I think I'll probably fetch it away. All right, so now I need to be worried about Hull Breacher. But I just kind of want to hit everything. Lands, everything. I guess I'm like obviously playing into possible opposition agent, but that's probably fine. I do think this deck probably wants a loam of some kind. Maybe like at least another land. I think one of these fetch lands should be a third Underground Sea. A Black Lotus, you say? See if I can get a counter on this Hermit Druid. That would be fantastic. Okay, sweet. That is awesome. Yeah, the Hermit Druid is not a one-card combo here, though I can kind of get there. This is a Hull Breacher is the last card, or is this a Dig Through Time? Oh, Dig Through Time. Do I want to like console for a force or a fluster or something here? No, I don't really want to. It'd be really awful. But I might have to. I might still have to, depending on like what they do. If they go like Mox Tinker, then we're gonna have to do that. Obviously, I guess we're just getting any blue card that's a 4 of, which at this point is not Lorien Revealed. I guess it would be another Force, because that's the 3 of at the moment. See what opponent does, though. Demonic Tutor, okay. 3 cards in hand for them. Pass. Okay. Collector, oof. Okay. And an Outland Liberator. I'm still technically holding up in a Force possible blue card, which is something. It's daytime. All right, I don't know what opponent's up to here, but we have an Oof Liberator to hopefully keep whatever they're doing in check. Just Ancestral, sure. It's up to 6 cards in the opponent's hand now, though. And a Strip Mine. They hit our Underground Sea. Are we Demonic Consultation for something? Well, it's also possible we're supposed to have all of the same kind of fetch land so that we can consult for one. I don't think that comes up very much, but that could be possible. Looks like they're going to hold it in Time Vault. Ah, okay. So are you going Vault Key? But we have an active Oof and Liberator. All right, let's see what we draw here. A Wasteland. I think I like Wastelanding their Strip Mine so that we do not lose our mana sources here. And then we'll flip our Outland Liberator, force them to play 2 spells. Hold up in our Outland Liberator and our console. I'm just like pretty worried that a Wasteland there would have put us off of some kind of threat on the following turn. It's a pretty fast clock. Another Oof. All right, so this time we get to hit their thing, hit them for 5. Do I want to play an Oof and go guards down? Does it change the clock to 5? No. Unless they play a Hull Breacher. I am going to go guards down. Feels pretty... Oh, they have a force. Okay, sure. Force pitching force. Okay. 2 attacks from this board. We're just going to play the beatdown game here. Not even buying Lurrus because I want to hold up this force. Just a Hull Breacher. Interesting. It means that they're going to go for a wheel then. Because they didn't block. They will still be shut down, but I definitely think I should go for consult. Into force. I guess I can go consult into Flusterstorm if I don't feel like I'm gonna die to Flusterstorm. Force is only 1 extra copy, so I lost some cards here. I lost an Oracle, an Hermit Druid, some forces and stuff, but this they can't counter back. All right, they're off it. I mean, they're not dead on board here. This is flipping back over. It's kind of a weird spot still, but we'll take it. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Wait, why does my MTG bot say it's 0-0? Surely we are not actually 0-0 in this league, right? Okay. I don't know why the MTG bot is wrong, but it doesn't happen too often. All right, we're in round 2. We got a cat. Our hand doesn't really do it. Our hand has got a Beseiju, a Wasteland, no Force, an Archamoeba. This hand is not it. Small again, this hand. This looks better. This is a keep. I don't know which of these cards is good. Don't know what my opponent's on. I don't really want to have 3 2-drops here. Let's go out on a limb and say that the library is the least necessary. Don't know if that's actually true. We'll find out. Underground Sea. Sensei's top. Probably not a misstep considering we have a Collector Roof. So the Collector Roof looks good already. So that's nice. Another fetch land. Let's go get a Trop. and play a Deathrite Shaman. Don't have a force here, so kind of a scary spot. Don't know if my opponent is playing Beseech or if they're playing Tinker, which is also Beseech. I guess I should say I don't know if they're playing Dark Ritual or if they're just playing a normal Tinker style deck. Yeah, it looks like Esper Tinker then. Portable Hole. Sure. They're not portable holing my Collector Roof, so I feel like that makes me happy. I love it. I'm gonna get an Oof in play first, and then we'll look at Hermit Druid later. Maybe I should have played a fetch land. Spinning. If they have portable hole, they might have swords to plowshares. I expect this deck to be like slightly more controlling than the first Tinker deck. Everyone's on Tinker now. What have I done? Have I created a new archetype? Obviously, Tinker not a new archetype, but it has been kind of absent from the format for months. But my Tinker deck put 3 decks into the top 8 this weekend. So, all right. Don't think I'm attacking with this Collector Roof into a possible Hull Breacher or Agent. Narcomoeba, not exactly the draw of a lifetime. Let's see if this Hermit Druid resolves. I'm a little scared about this Hermit Druid stuff, but maybe we could play a little bit slower game with an active Oof. Who's to say? White. Cycle. Okay. Karn doesn't matter here. Hermit Druid is already resolved. They have 4 cards in hand. They cannot use their top. We only have 3 Narcomoebas to work with. But we have the Hermit Druid. Technically play an Narcomoeba out if we wanted to. Play around Flusterstorm a little bit that way. I guess we can just sack the Hermit Druid, really. But the thing is, this is where we lost the game the first round, right? Should we not play this a little bit more closer to the... Oh, I think that thing is not active. Yeah, of course. Should we play this like a little bit tighter? Like, should we wait? Maybe get a Lurrus in play first? No? All right, no sounds good to me. All right. So we have 2. We only have 2 things here. So if we name the wrong card on the first one, we can lose this. All right, so I'm going to start with casting this, sacking this, and naming Flusterstorm. Oh, Spell Pierce. I'll just mental misstep Spell Pierce. Okay. I guess they only had Spell Pierce. I had that one beat, but I felt like being able to play Narcomoeba. I guess I don't need to because I can unlock this Oof. So maybe I could just pay for Spell Pierce. What else am I going to hit this misstep on? I guess if my opponent has Ancestral in their hand and they wanted to play... Okay, so like if my opponent has Ancestral in my hand, this play is really bad, right? So I guess the answer is I'm not supposed to misstep this. I'm supposed to pay for the Spell Pierce and hold this in case I get Ancestral. Why are there so many different ways I can lose when I go for my combo? All right, so I mean, we're learning. That definitely seems like a mistake from my side. My opponent is playing a more Esper Tinker style deck here. Probably a similar game plan to what we had before. Let's try this same game plan again. I like the ideas that this presents. Where we go for this. And the only reason I'm taking out the therapy is because I need to make sure this blue count stays high enough, right? 9, 12, 17, 21. Basically, I'm keeping my same blue count this way. I don't think the therapies are like unreasonable here by any stretch of the imagination. They definitely get a little bit worse when you don't have like Poxwalkers or something. That's another thing to think about. This deck could play Poxwalkers instead of Narcomoebas. But the problem with playing Poxwalkers over Narcomoebas is then your blue count's terrible. So then maybe you do need to make sure you get in 4 Ponders, but then you also, if you have Poxwalkers, you can't play Lurrus, and that kind of defeats the purpose. Nothing is straightforward when it comes to the Hermit Druid. No force in this hand, but I'm still going to keep it. So the problem with this kind of hand is you do lose to a subset of Tinker draws that involve things like Mana Crypt Tinker, Moxen Tinker. But those subset of hands are a little bit seldom, I would say, out of the Tinker deck. Tinker's not really a turn 1 deck. And so you usually can get away with something like this. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. My opponent just cast Imperial Seal. You don't see Imperial Seal very often in Vintage, even though it's restricted, just because Top Deck Tutor is a little awkward. But in that case, maybe they are more of a combo-oriented deck. And in that sense, maybe I should be looking for maybe bringing Mind Break Traps or some other stuff. Let's take a peek at what opponent's hand, if they just Imperial Sealing for an Ancestral, or do we have a Tinker down the line? My opponent has a Time Twister, a Mana Crypt, a Swords, and a Brainstorm. Uh-oh. I assume that means we're getting Tinkered? Or maybe they're going to go for a Hull Breacher and look for a setup a Twister? They have a Swords to Plowshares, but they don't have a white source. I don't really feel confident in brainstorming into a blue card force. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this Deathrite in play. Oh, I did this wrong. If my opponent ends up just twistering, I'm going to lose my fetch land in my yard. So I should have played the Tropical first. I was just thinking I wanted to be able to play a black source. Yeah, so maybe I should have played the Tropical first. Okay, they're brainstorming. Interesting. So what did they vamp? What did they vamp for? Could they have vamped for... Oh, they hit a Tundra. So now they can Swords my Deathrite Shaman, I assume? Are we not Swordsing my Deathrite Shaman? I don't know. We're not Swordsing my Deathrite Shaman, so maybe playing around this Collector Oof a little. In that case, what is Justin doing? I don't know. I think I'm going to use my fast mana and cast Brainstorm. Okay, can I play 2 Collector Roofs? I certainly can. We definitely don't need a Deathrite Shaman. And maybe a library? This is my land, this is my thing, this is a land. And then I might want to Lorien Reveal and get rid of these cards, possibly. Let's see. Oof, there it is. Unfortunately, can't do much in terms of... I don't know if I like what we're doing here. That's what I'm trying to say. Now they probably just don't even Swords and Oof. They don't even have to play their Mana Crypt out. Are we winning from this spot? I don't know. They miss a land drop. Do I want my Sylvan Library? Yes. And then I probably cycle on the next one. No. I should just get an Ancestral, right? Oh, but I but I have no lands in my yard. So I actually can't use my Deathrite Shaman. Maybe not a great idea then. But maybe I'll draw Flusterstorm. An Assassin's Trophy. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna hold this up. I don't really know what I would Demonic for anyways, and Demonic exposes me pretty heavily to what is this? Oh, Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. Did not expect that. So now they get to open themselves up here. Yeah. So I can get Twistered. Yeah. All right. I guess it is what it is. Oh, they're going to block with both? I don't know if I understand that one. Why would they do that? Huh. I don't know. Why would they do that? Sword's my thing. All right, now I have 1,000,000 mana. Mana grip, Tinker. Okay, that makes sense. Citadel, I assume. God, imagine if they go for like a Sphinx. I guess I technically have a Sphinx answer in Demonic Besiju. Citadel, okay. Boatmaster, respond. Trophy this. Problem with this Bowmaster, though, is it turns their Twister back on. I'm surprised they're on Bowmaster and not Hull Breacher. I think Hull Breacher's just better. All right, so not bad. Just get Bowmastered here. Face, please. All right. They have a Twister in hand and a Bowmaster in play. I have a Demonic Tutor. What do we do? Oh, my mana's unlocked. Negation. Okay, that's pretty helpful. So let's go Demonic. What are we gonna get? Ancestral? But an Ancestral's not good with a Bowmaster in play. There's no way I can back up this negation, right? Oh, I could get a Wasteland, right? That's kind of an interesting idea here. Just Wasteland them off of like black mana. Also turns on my Death Right. Yeah, I kind of like that. So I'm holding up a negation. I am blocking still. I guess I'm not blocking if they have like a Bowmaster over there. I guess I turned off Bowmaster, so. And then I can buy Lurrus. Oh, Academy, but there's no artifacts. Okay. Do I eat my own thing? No, because I want to be able to bring it back. Do I currently... Okay, cool. So I'm going to go and buy a Lurrus here. And then pass, holds up Vamp, holds up Negation, holds up Deathrite activation. So lots of good stuff. And then next turn, I could play... Oh, this turns their black mana back on. Next turn, I guess they could Twister me here. All right, they could have backup for this. But not much I can do, really. One card in their hand. Nothing. All right, cool. So what's my best Vamp target now? Is it just like a Hermit Druid? Oh, I guess if I use a Vamp, I can't go Lurrus, right? So let's not Vamp. Strip mine. Okay, let's strip mine their white source. And then now we have a bunch of extra black mana for the next turn too. So, all right, so I can play out this Lurrus, and then the Lurrus can play out the Oof, locks their black mana back off. Okay. And then I guess we can go vamping for a... Oh, they got their black mana back. We can just go vamp for a Hermit Druid. Or is there something better? Let's vamp for a Hermit Druid. And then we can still win, even though we don't have Dread Return, because we have Lurrus into Oracle. But we don't have backup for that, because we don't have Cabal Therapy. So maybe that's a problem. Maybe that is a problem. One card. So how would we lose? We would lose to Ancestral. And we would lose to a counter of some kind. We're not gonna lose. Okay, cool. Cool. Sweet. All right. New battler. 2-0 so far. Cat required. Ancestral acquired. Double Narcomoeba acquired. Is this really worth keeping? I feel like this is a bait. It's already a Moldify. I mean, I would keep this Moldify, but the Moldify hurts me because these are combo-oriented pieces. I guess technically with 2 Narcomoebas in hand, I can still hit 2 Narcomoebas plus Hermit Druid and cast with no therapies. I could always cast these later. I could pitch them to forces. I feel like with a Wasteland and an Ancestral, I cover a pretty solid range, so I'm gonna try keeping, but I could be convinced that this should be a mulligan. Collector Roof. Oh, double Mox. I mean, is this like double Mox Doomsday Kill Me? Oh. Triple Mox. Triple Mox Key. Triple Mox Key go. Okay. Well, if my Collector Roof resolves before my die, I don't hate our spot. I'm going to not cast this Ancestral. I feel like there's a Flusterstorm or something. Also, I need to make sure I can get a green mana so I can play a Collector Roof this turn. Looks like another pass the turn here. I assume that means they do have a force. All right, well, I'm going to go get a Tropical Island, and I'm going to hope we draw force for turn. That would be ideal. We did not. We drew a Boseiju. I can't really hold up Boseiju and Ancestral. I think I'm down to jam a Collector Roof here. Wait. Oh, they have a Swords of Plowshares. Okay. Another Tinker Swords deck? Crazy. What is going on in these queues today? All right. Well, we ate a Swords here. Still got a lot going on for ourselves. They don't have any mana, so Collector Roof resolving is still good. I'd like to hold on to this Boseiju if possible, so I'm just going to play this Wasteland and play another Collector Roof. Does that one work? All right, that one looks like it works. That's really good for us, considering they have no mana. And we have a Wasteland. And I'm going to Ancestral on their upkeep to play around Negation. Might concede here. Mental Misstep and then... I mean, if you had Force, you'd force this. Okay, so... Mental Misstep, sure. They might have to hold lands in their hand now that they've seen Wasteland as well. Ha, Mox Opal. So is this just Esperpio? 2019 Esperpio? Could be. Could be. Another Wasteland. And I'm interested in playing a Collector Roof number 2, and I'll just start playing a Narcomoeba out here. Attack. I mean, this should be game, I would assume, but we'll have to see. Narcomoeba maybe gives away something of what's going on here, but I'm going to try to make the same switch into a more controlling deck as last time. I might even play Mindbreak Traps because I've seen Max Opal, so convincing my opponent that I'm on Hermit Druid, that they should board for Hermit Druid might actually just be beneficial. Also, it does increase our clock here because we're attacking for 5, and then next turn we can attack for 6. So actually, it does have clock considerations, though I'm probably just casting that. Yeah, I mean, there's no way they're gonna... Yeah, let's just cast that. That seems better to me. I mean, I think they have a negation in their hand, to be perfectly honest, but we'll see. Oh, no negation. All right, well, now we have Force Misstep, so my opponent has never been more dead. Well, so far, Collector Roof has been great, but we have hit the exact cross-section of triple Tinker decks, so I guess it's a classic case of Justin plays Tinker, wins, makes everyone else play Tinker, and then switches to a deck that beats Tinker. Always a fun one. Let's get a Deathrite Shaman in play here, and then hold open everything else, because this will present lethal on the next turn, because they'll be at 6. And we've got double counter magic plus Assassin's Trophy, so... Even if they were to go, I don't know, Academy Hullbreacher maybe? Maybe they could go like Mox Academy Hullbreacher Twister. Something like that would be a play. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Hopefully my opponent understands that I'm on Hermit Druid here, and I can get them a little bit with the Narcomoeba. I'm going to bring out the same stuff as last time. It's possible we do want to keep like some number of therapies in our deck, just so we have more ways to attack our opponent's hand. But this time I think I'm bringing in Mindbreak Trap, so it's even worse. Like it's like a 9-card sideboard here, so I might even have to trim some other things. I don't know what those would be. We're probably... We could be still getting Wastelanded. It's hard to say. I'd like to trim 1 land, maybe. And then I'll... like, not an actual land, because we need those, but 1 fetch land. And then... I still want all my oracles. I still want my dig. I guess I would trim... I guess I'm going to bring in 1 less Assassin's Trophy. So far, so good. We basically did the same thing every single round because we kind of played against a lot of similar decks each round. This deck I expect to be even more combo oriented than the last one. So the first one was like a blue-black Tinker deck. The second one was an Esper Tinker deck, so they had like options for swords and stuff. And this one, I am going to assume with a Mox Opal that is more of an Esper PO deck, which, yes, that is an Esper Tinker deck, but a little bit more combo oriented, a little bit more all-in. I think Mindbreak Traps get a little bit more value. Opponent could go something like Mox Opal PO, as you saw in that opening hand there, triple Mox. So I think we're going to go even more controlling, and that's kind of a nice little spot where we still have our combo oriented options, but we're not playing Narcomoebas. I kind of like this. I was a little worried, but this cross section of decks has boded really well for the style that we're currently sitting in. Definitely keeping this. Force and Fluster. Time Walk also very good with Library or Hermit Druid. Library should be quite good here, unless they play a Hullbreacher, because we can just draw tons of cards for life. Though if they have a Hullbreacher, I'm a little unfortunate. Ooh, Saga Gaming here is actually quite annoying. Our current hand does not beat Saga Gaming. Is it a Soul Ring? Is it always a Soul Ring? Companion Soul Ring on the Saga Gaming? Or is it a Lorien Revealed Cycle? Our hand doesn't beat Saga Gaming at the moment, so that is a problem. We do have some answers, but I really think this deck should look to play Dress Down. I feel like I put Dress Downs in my version. At least a Dress Down that you can tutor for, clear up constructs, and loop with Lurrus is very important. So a single Dress Down will go a long way. This is great. She's going to name Hermit Druid, I assume. Oh, they might name Wasteland, actually. That would make a lot of sense, too. So we did draw Hermit Druid, which makes it a little worse. So they did name Wasteland. All right, well, now we don't have very many outs. If they have some Moxen, some ways to make this attack, then we're going to have to be a little bit pressed. Ah, Black Lotus. All right, we want to draw a Moxen here more than anything else. Nice. We drew the Moxen more than anything else. I'm going to lead with Time Walk. Gonna lead with the Time Walk here and see if we can't get a little bit more... Like I guess a Flusterstorm isn't that much backup. I still think we should Time Walk though, right? We do want to hit a land drop anyways. Kind of an awkward spot actually. Because there's actually nothing here that we would really want. Maybe a Black Lotus actually would be a sick draw. This is all right. So I am going to be cutting ourselves off of a Moxen here, but I feel like it's worth it to shut down their Black Lotus. Make sure the Saga never makes constructs, turns it into a vanishing land. Just going to hit this and keep a trap. All right. All right. So now the only thing we really want to do is just see land off the top. Land off the top just gives us a library and we'll completely restabilize. Then eventually we'll Hermit Druid them. I mean, I drew the Moxen. I did call for a Moxen and rip a Moxen, so. Okay, there's a lamp. They can't make constructs, and this goes away and becomes an artifact, so it's not even a bad spot. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. They pitched a Mystical Tutor. I guess they could have a Swords here. And there's nothing I can do about that. They do have a Swords here. Okay. All right, well, like I said, not much I can do about that. They're only going to get 1 construct tops, though. And then we need to choose between... Oh, never mind. They're not going to get any constructs. I have drawn pretty well. I drew the Strip Mine when my opponent needled Wasteland. So the question is going to be, how much do we care about 1 construct token? I can't use this Druid to win is the thing, right? I don't have my Dread Return package in my deck at the moment. So I'm just going to go with the Sylvan Library. We just have to be a little bit more careful. We can't just crazily pay 8 every time. Because my opponent will have a construct here. So, though I am starting to regret choosing to keep the Mindbreak Trap over the Flusterstorm. I was kind of anticipating that my opponent would never... I would never have the mana to use a Flusterstorm. But that ended up being maybe wrong. We'll see. I definitely kind of wish I had a Flusterstorm over a Mindbreak Trap now. Could definitely see that being wrong. All right. So what do we have in our Sylvan Library here? We have a Ponder, and we've got what else? Oof number 2 plus Probe. So I like putting at least Probe back. Oh, I guess I could just take 10. No, let's put Probe back, and let's keep these 2 and try to find a land with this Ponder. Obviously, Probe is back, so that's annoying, but did find a land and a Lorien revealed. So we'll do that. We'll actually keep these, and we'll probably have a lot of leeway next turn, too. That's what I mean, though. We're going to, like, tap out every turn. We're going to be super constrained on mana. The Mindbreak Trap, they're not going to have 3 spells, so it's, like, a little rough. This Hermit Druid can chump block, and then if we get Lurrus going, we can just chump block with Hermit Druid every turn. All right, so I'm going to have to take some hits here. I definitely wish I had Flusterstorm. Silly Justin. All right, so let's see what my cards are. I'm pretty sure they're both getting shuffled away, unless they're one underneath is a land. Oh, it's an Oracle. Wow. So I could go for the combo. I would need 3 mana though, so I would have to keep this and go to 5, and then cycle and play a Hermit Druid, and then chump block with my Oof, which sounds terrible. I think I can just find this later. I'm gonna go get another Underground Sea so that I can play a Lurrus. And then I'm gonna probably chump with the Hermit Druid for a turn. Buy Lurrus for a turn. I mean, even buying Lurrus for a turn takes a long time. This 1 construct might just be enough. That's why I really wanted a Dress Down in our deck, but it's just possible that it's just enough. Because I can't really let this Collector Roof go now. I guess I could have, yeah, I would have died here, so I would have had to block. I guess I could have blocked with my Oof, but just block with this Hermit Druid. And then see what our cards have here for us. Well, we definitely don't want that. Unless we free up our mana. Okay. So maybe we do block with Collector Roof then, because we're going to have a ton of mana. All right, we'll put these 2 back on top. And we'll buy Lurrus. Okay, we might be freeing up their 4 mana here. They only have 1 card in hand, so... What a spot. What an interesting spot. Because next turn we can go Lotus Lurrus and replay a Collector Roof, right? Or a Hermit Druid. Blue. Sensei's top. Sure. I mean, I could just let this go, but then I think it's better for me. Obviously, they get to spin their top, but I have all of this mana next turn. We have a backup force. So we go Black Lotus, we play a Lurrus, we replay probably a Collector Roof. I'm just never going to get an advantage, though, until I draw a second creature that I can block with. Or, like, yeah, I need a second creature to block with. I guess the Lurrus will start gaining life, though. So maybe that works. We have lots of bad hits in our deck, too. They could always, like, draw and find a Time Walk here. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Wasteland doesn't do anything and Jet doesn't do anything. So we're continually drawing nonsense. They have something here? Spin? They are gonna find something here. Huh. Is it force? If it's force, it's fine. Okay, it's force. So theoretically, I could actually just hard cast Mindbreak Trap this. But then I can't turn off their things for a turn. I would rather just force this. And then play my Collector Roof from my yard. And if they attack, I can probably just take the hit, and that way I can attack with Lurrus next turn and rebuy Hermit Druid. So I think this is just winning because my opponent is stuck on us top on top, and we have enough life to give. Yeah, this looks just winning then. Because now they can't ever attack again because we can just loop a Hermit Druid every turn. And we are lifelinking back this turn. I guess they could draw a Swords to Plowshares. So we can't attack with our Oof this turn. But... I guess I would rather deploy a land. Oh, I guess I can just do that. I can... Oh, I can't wasteland them. Never mind. So... Get a Hermit Druid here. I'll just attack with my Lurrus in case they rip the swords off the top. That way I can block with Collector Roof if I need to. I don't think the 2 damage will matter too much. But this way I gain some of my life back. And now I block with a Hermit Druid every turn. So at some point they'll stop attacking, so I can't attack with Lurrus. And that's where the game gets interesting. Academy. Oh no, that's not good. Now they can draw like Lorien Revealed and stuff. I feel like they have to attack though, because if they don't attack, then it unlocks this Hermit Druid to maybe combo kill them. Because we could just do that and replay a Thassa's Oracle from our yard. But I can't let this Collector Roof go because I don't want them to have this access to this top right now. So kind of an awkward spot for both players. I could technically buy an extra card here if I wanted to. I guess the answer is... I keep this land and I can choose whether I want this force next turn. Okay, so now I can attack with both, because if they have a swords, I'm probably just losing anyways. I probably do want this force, right? In case they just rip like Tinker or PO or something. At any point, if they don't attack here, then I can just go Hermit Druid, flip over, and play Oracle. I actually kind of am just clocking them out of this game. I guess I technically can just do that now. So if I don't block here, they would have to have Force of Will. I mean, I don't need to block here, right? So I think I'll just fetch away my force because I don't need that. I guess if my opponent has exactly Force of Will, I lose. That this turn they drew exactly Force of Will. Demonic Tutor. I can't Wasteland because there's a stupid needle. Negation. Is that enough? I flip over. I don't have enough blue sources. I mean, that should just be good enough to keep, though. Or I could just Demonic Time Walk. So what's the card that plays around the most things? My opponent is at 7. I have 6 damage in play. If I Demonic and I Time Walk, I can Fluster, and then I would lose to a Swords, Fluster plus Swords. If I just keep Negation and I attack with just Lurrus, if I just activate Hermit Druid and play a Thassa's Oracle, I lose to Ancestral Recall, and I lose to Force of Will. I guess the answer is just Demonic Time Walk and then see if it resolves. Also, if they like negate this, then I win too. So I guess if they negate Time Walk, I don't win. Oh, I don't have Time Walk. So now what do we do? If I just get a second Collector Roof, what if I just get a Beseiju? All of my Hermit Druid requires all of my mana. I can't get a Strip Mine. I'm just gonna get a Beseiju and then attack with just Lurrus and Oof. I guess if they have a Hull Breacher here, this is a bad attack. Wow. Maybe I can't attack with Oof. That's crazy. Because here I can just block or Beseiju. Maybe I'm just supposed to Beseiju to Larian Academy. Man, I don't know. There's like a lot of different ways here. Like you can make a lot of plays that win, but I'm trying to play like the way that makes the like I don't lose. Yeah, but this is bad too, right? Because I can just like give them a black mana, but I can just block here. I don't know. I think going for a Oracle off of a Druid is like a way to lose though. Whereas we're winning on board. How many ways can we lose on board? I guess swords on Collector Oof might be the way to lose on board. Oh my god, that's a way to lose on board. Okay. Yeah, that's another consideration for sure. Hmm. It's just a draw 5 though. I tap my wasteland. Hmm. I can time walk maybe. Damn. Damn. You think they drew that one for turn? Was there a better way? I guess there was like, is this a monastery mentor? Oh, Swords to Plowshares. They're gonna play a needle, and I'm gonna have to respond to the needle. Oh, they drew a time walk too. Okay. This game. This game. But I mean, they swords my Hermit Druid and not my Collector Oof, and I think it went okay. Now they get a black source though, so they could like vamp or demonic or something. I don't know. This game was hard. Like, I didn't see a distinct correct answer. I felt like all of the choices lost to different things. They already had two forces out though, so maybe we should have just jammed. It's hard to say. Let me know what you would have done in comments. Wasteland, 4 cards. They still have a top and 3 unknowns. I mean, from here, they're still not even like that likely to win, but they could like PO again, maybe. Maybe that's enough. They could probably PO twice now because they can PO off Academy and then PO again. Yeah, we could definitely lose from here. Even like Mentor is really bad, right? Swords on my oof. Yep. All right, they're free. Just to murder us. Should we just have gone for it? Were we that close to losing at any point? Maybe we were. It's another reason I really would like to have Loam so that we could just like wasteland lock our opponents out of these games. The fact that we have no wasteland lock was really bad. I guess to be fair, the reason we had no wasteland lock was because of the needle. All right, so I think we're lost here. Unfortunately, my opponent has exiled both of my creatures, but we'll let them get to play this out. Man, that's so sad. This is another reason I'm like not super sold on the whole Lurrus recursion thing, because like opponents don't actually kill our creatures. They just like exile them forever with Swords to Plowshares. Doesn't look like my opponent brought in Graveyard Hate though, so maybe I was supposed to just keep my full combo in. It's really hard to go for like full combo when I only have 2 Hermit Druids though. I don't know. I guess maybe I was just supposed to jam a Hermit Druid there, and just if they beat us, they beat us. But like, even if our opponent POs for 4 or 5 there with an oof in play, they kind of just have to hit like very specific things to win. It's tough. Like if they hit just swords or just time walk, that doesn't really do it. But yeah, they hit double swords time walk. Pretty brutal. It's gonna be like a Yogwill maybe. Demonic, Yogwill, Lotus, Swords, Time Walk, PO. I guess I can concede to that. Damn. Damn, losing this game is very sad. Maybe I was supposed to just keep the negation and do that. What are they tutoring for? Tinker here. You have 2 life. Oh, you have a Blightsteel Colossus in your deck? Well, that's good to know. How do we win? I don't think we do. You have a Blightsteel Colossus in your deck. I guess if I just find a creature, it's really good here. I have a library in 3 draws, right? I feel like I would have just demonicked for Yogwill. Why are we demonicking for Tinker? Maybe they boarded Yogwill out? Oh, they have Yogwill still. Ah. Okay, well, that just kills me then, right? Black Lotus Time Walk. Okay. I see. Oh, I see. All right, well, I mean, the play I chose lost the game. But does that mean the play I chose was wrong? Maybe. Maybe. I'm just gonna run the same shit back here. I'm not really happy about that, but I still think I like the play I chose. It's kind of an awkward spot to be in. This hand's not bad. Does this hand like put back Demonic Tutor? Gives us like the most options. I mean, it doesn't give us the most options. Demonic Tutor is always the most options, but gives us the most counter magic. Maybe that's silly. I don't know about that one. It just felt like the most clunky card, whereas I know I'm playing Deathrite, and then I know I'm playing Oov, but I guess if I don't hit a land drop, then this play doesn't really work out. But if I hit a land drop, then I'm playing Collector Roof with Flusterstorm backup, right? And Force backup, which... I mean, maybe the Collector Roof is being over-evaluated at this point, because my opponent has shown us 4 Swords to Plowshares. So maybe I shouldn't care about Collector Roof. My opponent's playing a very odd version of PO where you're playing a bunch of swords instead of playing dress downs. We haven't seen any dress downs from the opponent. Needle. That's unfortunate. Should needle my Deathrite Shaman. I don't even like. I guess needle. If they've seen Wasteland and Hermit Druid, then maybe it's fine. Man, I really think I was. Maybe I was just too cautious. And Academy? And Needle on Wasteland again? That's crazy. I mean, I'm definitely countering this. I guess they could have Force backup here. No. PO for 4? No. Wild. I can't even Wasteland it. Maybe I need to bring in multiple, maybe I need to bring in multiple Assassin's Trophies for Needles? Feels awkward. This isn't even good. Like, I'm not even stopping PO from here. Kind of rough. 2 cards in hand. Basic Island. Draw PO. PO for 4. Hardcast 4s as well. I don't have any more lands, so I can't cast any of these cards. All right, well, what am I gonna do? Man, this will be a sad loss. Don't think I'm in a very good spot, all things considered. Strip Mine's my best draw, though. Strip Mine. Another Collector Roof. Strip Mine would be amazing. I would just turn them off of Academy and produce another mana and play Collector Roof number 2. Lorien. Oh, it's mystical. Yeah, I mean, we're dead to that. We didn't even draw a blue card or anything. They just drew mystical and they're going to tinker us for a Blightsteel and we're going to lose. Oh, I feel like I threw this game. I guess there were just so many ways I could die at every turn to just like opponent drawing PO. Technically, we hadn't seen PO, but we put our opponent on PO. There were so many ways I could have died to just our opponent having PO that, yeah, they just got Tinker. Tinker is 5 mana. It would play around Flusterstorm anyways. Yeah, I mean, I don't think keeping Flusterstorm is correct if my opponent has a 5-mana Academy. I mean, we're just dead to this, right? There's like no series of cards we can draw to beat this. I guess we can draw Ancestral into land, fetch land, Hermit Druid, block, and activate. Just who's playing Blightsteel Colossus? What is this league? Why are we back in 2019? Yep. I mean, sounds about right. Weird games, super weird games. I feel really bad about this. Yeah. I mean, I guess the answer was we might have just been supposed to just jam our Hermit Druid, even though we had a winning position. Feels weird. All right, from here, all the same like combinations get us there. Oh, his sword as well. All right, I mean, now I feel like there's very few. It's just like Ancestral into Lotus, Oracle, Console kind of deal. I mean, I don't know. I feel like opponent got really lucky in this game, but I probably threw the game beforehand, so. All right, all right. Continue. That's a hand for sure. I forgot last game that I DT'd looking for a Time Walk lethal that I didn't even have. Uh-oh, Chrome Mox. Okay, so it's Mono White Initiative. I guess if they go Cavern Thalia here, it's pretty annoying. Wasteland Thalia. Wasteland Soul Ring. Wasteland Soul Ring, White Plume. And I don't even care about White Plume, but it's like so free. I feel like I have to. Like I don't even care about that card. We're just like super winning from here. Just Oracle Consult next turn. I guess they can play an Archon, but we have an Assassin's Trophy. Oh, yeah, sure. Who cares? I don't know, man. The whole like initiative hands that are all initiative creatures are just not vintage level hands. You need to be restricting your opponent here. GG. Cool. They didn't even want to see my deck. I'd love to see it. That being said, what do we have? We have a Soul Rend, a Virtue's Ruin, Assassin's Trophy. We've got Force of Negations. At this point, I do think I want to keep in my whole combo-oriented stuff. One card combos, just because they're gonna be pressuring us. Probably just like get rid of Sylvan Library and Mental Misstep and Gataxian Probe. We just run some extra removal spells. You could theoretically play Negation or Trap here. I just don't really like that. We kind of have to keep our pieces. Black Lotus Collector Roof. I guess Collector Roof is terrible in this matchup as well. Though on the play, Collector Roof is probably good. I mean, can we keep this hand, really? We don't have enough removal to be keeping this kind of hand, do we? I feel like it's a keep, though. No Chancellor, Mana Crypt, Black Lotus. Okay, I mean, we had no chance of beating whatever this is. Yeah, and a White Plume. Well, I mean, if they play like double White Plume, we might still win. If they play just an Archon of Emeria, with yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, Black Lotus Mana Crypt is a good mono white initiative hand. What are they gonna name Black Lotus here? Make it cost 2. Fetch land, Death Ray Shaman. Black Lotus. Make it cost 2. I don't even know what's in their hand if they played these 2 creatures first. Narcomoeba, not a great one. Pretty sure we just have to get a Deathrite going here. What are we gonna do? We're about to take 1,000,000 damage. We don't actually have a combo in our hand at all. I don't really foresee us beating this at the moment. Maybe I should have put this back, but it's hard to put back this much fast mana, even if it doesn't do a lot. Maybe it should have been put back, though. Another Chrome Mox? I mean, this must be a Seasoned Dungeoneer, then. They put an Archon on a Chrome Mox? Oh, no, 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 opponent. Play the Archon. Like, this does mean I have to win this turn, but the Archon stops me from ever winning the game on this turn, where, like, my opponent just watched themselves die to the, like, Consult Oracle, and they've just opened themselves up to getting Consult Oracled here. I guess they know most of my hand, so it's not very likely, but, like, could happen. Doesn't look like it's happening, though. Can I even, like, play a Lotus? Can't block next turn, right? So I'm just dead no matter what. They make this thing unblockable. All right, I am dead. Oh, wait. I can heal, though. I can heal, and I can block, so I don't die. So... yeah, I can just go block, block, block. I can actually go... Narcomoeba, block, 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 block. I mean, that's not better, right? Okay, whatever, sure. I mean, what am I drawing to, though? I'm losing my death right here. Don't really feel like this gets me there, but it does technically buy me a turn, right? So... I don't know. I really just am flabbergasted by the play the Seasoned Dungeoneer over the Archon. Just like if you just play the Archon and then next turn you play the Seasoned Dungeoneer if you want. Like it's fine. They have another Archon. Doesn't that mean you should just be playing the Archon, right? Crazy. All right. I mean, I get to untap with 3 mana. I don't think it matters, but they have another Archon. Oh, okay. Yeah, they didn't even play it uncounterably. Okay, my opponent is just taking game actions, which I can appreciate. I appreciate a good jam session here. I should have mulliganed my hand. It looks like more. The most likely thing that should have happened here is I should have mulliganed my hand. I guess I don't really need all these Cabal therapies. Why am I playing all these Cabal therapies? Let's just play one of these instead. I guess these Collect Roofs. Maybe these Collect Roofs on the player fine. I mean, that hand is never getting the job done. Again. That hand is maybe getting the job done, just like superior removal. Guess we can try it. No Chancellors from the opponent again. But I mean, this hand does have a Soul Rend, right? Maybe they'll go turn 1 White Plume initiative again, and I can go take the initiative. Though I guess I don't have a basics, so maybe not the best play. Well, I'm sure it won't be Black Lotus Mana Crypt again, right? 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 Jesus. Okay, I mean, if it's the stupid Anointed Peacekeeper, I guess it's fine. They just name Soul Rend, I guess, and then we kill it later. Sure. Triple Moxen? Why do we use the Ancient Tomb then? Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast Ancestral Recall. Now I have a Force. And an Assassin's Trophy. And a Soul Rend. How are you ever winning the game? Wasteland, okay. Sure. That's just it? Okay. I will go get... I guess I could have double Wasteland here. I will just hit you with this Assassin's Trophy. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I guess they can hold. They can have Solitude now, but does that matter? Swords on my Deathrite Shaman. 2 cards in hand. Sure. Is there anything good I can demonic for? Doesn't really feel like it. I'd love to be able to Lorien for land, but I would really like to have Force up. Though I guess what am I forcing that I'm not soul rending? So maybe a Chancellor. Like there's no way you... Oh. So annoying. I'm just gonna force it. I guess maybe they could have 2. I'm like surprised they even have this in their deck. But Jam. Wasteland. Yeah, I'm glad I forced that. Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, they're playing the mana denial strategy here. Another Saph. I hope I don't draw any Collector Roof. I can't demonic for Ancestral. So what can I demonic for? Strip Mine? It's like probably not worth it. Black Lotus? Black Lotus, so I can go Lurrus next turn. I could just go Hermit Druid. Can't play it yet. Just go Black Lotus. Sure. Oh, I guess they could have a Containment Priest here. That attack was terrible. I don't think my opponent brought in Containment Priest, but they could have a Containment Priest. So I can't ever make that attack. Oh my god, no! The minute I go for Lurrus, I get Caracas. Now I need to find a Wasteland. Ugh. Just do this, I guess. Hold open Soul Rend. Force. I mean... Just get Caracas, right? So I guess I should play this Black Lotus out. Oh, what a game. What a game. This is the weirdest game of Mono White I've ever seen. Cavern. Great. Awesome. The minute I play Force. Cleric. Uh-huh. This is going to be a Lorien. Kill my Black... Oh, we're going White Bloom Adventuring. Really? Are we really going White Bloom Adventuring when you know I have 2 creatures and a Soul Rend? Is that what's happening here? Isn't that, like, crazy? Huh. Okay. I am going to kill your White Plume Adventure. And I guess I'm going to eat and eat. Wild. Probably gonna have to attack with both in case they have like a swords or something. Oh, that's pretty good too. Feel like I like that. Just cast and draw cards here. I didn't draw a Wasteland. Okay. All right. I mean, if they don't have another cleric, I feel like we're okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go down the Lost Well. Just try to find lands, especially Wasteland. Okay. Buy my cat. Hold open everything. Other cavern? All right, well, my forces are done. Elemental. Uh-huh. This is the weirdest game. I guess I could kill the Caracas with an Assassin's Trophy. That might just be worth it. Though I guess if they play an Elemental... Oh, okay. So they're going to play an Elemental. Okay. Then what am I going to do? Yup. Black. Green. I feel like I'm still Assassin's Trophying this Caracas. Oh, the other basic planes is in their hand. It's good to know. We're stashing. Alright, so I can go and play a Lurrus, play a Black Lotus, play a Thassa's Oracle for blocking purposes. Virtue's Ruin Collector. Oof. No. No, I didn't want it. I wanted to put it on the bottom. Okay. Okay. Not great. Not great. Yeah, definitely don't want that here, but I wanted the Virtues Ruin. I'll just force this. One unknown in hand. I wish I wasn't drawing a Collector Roof, man. Just double block these things. What is this? You're in damage step, friend. So they have another. Wait, what's happening? Oh, March of the Otherworldly Light. Oh, that's cool. Sick. All right, so my Lurrus is gone. Okay. And I'm unfortunately... I mean, I'm getting a Skelly Bro here, so that's not bad. Am I really playing out this Collector Roof? I guess I am. I mean, if they just draw an initiative creature, then I don't get to go throne. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Yep. They drew a cleric. Initiative creature or Lauren or Anointed Peacekeeper. It's initiative creature. All right. So they get to go make a 5/5. Oh, I guess they're going to Lost Well. Okay. I get to at least hit with the Skelly Bro and the Death Ray Shaman or the Narcomoeba anyways. So I guess it's not that big a deal. Lorien revealed. I played this game terribly. I deserve to lose, probably. 10 cards. I can get a Hermit Druid or why are we conceding to that? That's what we're conceding to? Oh, I guess if I get a Narcomoeba, that's gonna kill the shit out of them, huh? Yeah, that's kind of funny. We should get a Narcomoeba. I guess we have Hermit Druid as well. I don't know. That was a wild set of games. My opponent was doing some jamming, and I was doing some anything but good Magic play from the streamer here. So, all right. Fifth and final round of this Vintage League. So far, so good. A Lurrus matchup. Here we go. Some normal stuff's happening. Mulligan. Ooh. I guess this is a keep. Because we do have Vamp Ancestral, and we have the ability to get our Lurrus. I don't know. It's still really bad, though, right? I guess that's pretty good. All right. Let's go buy a Lurrus here. This deck really misses out on not having a Bobble Engine loop here. Because it can't, because it has Collector Roof, but... I feel like my opponent has a Bowmaster, which is going to make my Sylvan Library pretty bad, but... What's I gotta do? This is another reason I don't play Sylvan Library right now, because... it's just, like, really bad to play Sylvan Library with Bowmaster. Yeah, maybe this game was just a mulligan, because I can't really do anything from here. I can't even go get an Ancestral anymore, right? Like, that doesn't even do anything. I can't block. I kind of hate this. Oh, Mana Vault. Interesting. Maybe they're playing my PO version. Ah, they are. They're playing my blue-black PO with Bowmaster version. Lots of cool things you can do in the Lurrus shell. Lots of weird combinations. I didn't really like the Bowmaster version of this deck. I actually like the Thing in the Ice is slightly better. Oh, they didn't find another land, though. I wonder if we should just vamp for, I kind of like vamp for Collector Oof almost. I like vamp for Wasteland a little bit. Can't go Lorien Revealing, so... I can't cast Ancestral. Damn. I don't really like playing Hermit Druid here. But I could. I could go vamp for Hermit Druid. And then Lorien Revealed. Get a green source. Oh, they just have Mental Misstep. Okay. I mean, I can't use my Sylvan Library at all, because it'll just kill my Lurrus. I just drew a Hermit Druid. Very nice. I guess it's better to hold this Lorien in case I draw Force, so... I don't know. We're doing the jamming life, I guess. I don't like this, but it is what it is. Just really can't do crap into this Bowmaster. Nothing. I mean, the good news is they kind of have to have something now. They only have 4 cards in hand. They didn't have a land last turn. I mean, they could... No! Yeah, I mean, that's why Hermit Druid's not that good. Alright, well, now I need to find a Collector Roof as well. Oh, I should have cycled my Lore and revealed probably. Yeah. They found a land and they have protection from Hermit Druid by having a lantern. I mean, what are we even doing here? I guess I can attack with this Lurrus and hope that they double block with this Bowmaster, and then I can go for a Lorien revealed, even though it's not exactly a great play. What else am I supposed to do? If I draw an Oracle, then I can do an Oracle, then a Druid activation. That would work. Oh, they're just gonna take it. I guess I'm supposed to play out the library just because I have it, but I mean, they're gonna draw PO and I'm gonna die on the spot, right? Because I can't. I mean, I've had 2 draw engines, but I can't play either draw engine because I played my creatures and they have a Bowmaster. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if I get a Collector Roof, am I not winning this game? I am winning this game with a Collector Roof for what it's worth. Collector Roof wins on the spot. Okay. Cool. Sick. I mean, they could have Force as their last card. Even if this gets forced, I just replay it from my yard and then I'm winning from there anyways, right? So I think that just wins on the spot. What can they possibly have from here? They might even, I don't even know what they do. Looks bad. I think this is just, it's just is what it is, right? What can they have? They could have a Bowmaster in response, killing the Hermit Druid at least. But then I just replay Hermit Druid. Oh, I guess they could then, yeah, I guess that would work. Bowmaster in response, kill Hermit Druid. Hermit Druid goes to the yard, lantern away the Hermit Druid. That would work. That would be very bad. That would be very bad for me. I feel like they would have done that earlier, right? Because they would be able to beat me with Saga because I don't have Wasteland and I'll just lose to Saga tokens. Because my deck doesn't have Dress Down. Dress Down would let me draw through Bowmaster with my Sylvan library. Like, there's so many good things happening there. All right. Activate Hermit Druid. I also have 2 things here because I get to go cast Oracle with my Lurrus and cast Oracle with my other thing. Let's go cast Cabal Therapy, targeting you. Last card, Ancestral Recall. Oh, last card, Dress Down. Yeah, I mean, that wins too. God, come on. This deck is so... Ugh. Everything beats me. There's nothing I can do about this, right? I would have to have had a Force in my hand or a Boseiju in my hand. That's crazy. That's so frustrating. And there's nothing I can do because I can't play an Oracle at instant speed. So even though this will go away at the end step, I can't do anything about it. We had another Saga in hand. Jeez. I mean, I can Dread Return an Oracle here, but they have a thing, and Dread Return is a sorcery, so I can't do it at the end step. And I can't play anything with my Lurrus because I don't have Flash. I die. I die. This is one of the big worries of our existence here, is that our deck doesn't really do anything. All right, I mean, I guess I'm just taking this out because playing to the graveyard here is very silly. Now I need to be worried about getting like just getting dress downed as well. They have 4 dress downs in their deck probably. How am I beating that? 4 dress downs? Also, like, how are we boarding for this? Because they have like they're a PO deck, so I kind of want to board in everything, but it's also kind of hard to board in everything. I guess we can do with the 1 land and the therapies, and I mean, I want my Assassin's trophies this time. Maybe we just get rid of Ponder. Maybe we should get rid of Sylvan Library if we're gonna get Bowmastered, right? Like, if we didn't have any creatures in play, we could use our Sylvan Library through a Bowmaster. But you don't really want to do that anyways. Yeah. I mean, if we get Wastelanded, this hand is pretty bad. But besides that, it's doing all the things we want to be doing. Like, this Collector Roofs are like typically pretty good against PO style decks. But these Lurrus PO decks that play 4 dress downs, they're just not that good. Like, I can have 3 Collector Roofs in play and I can still lose. It just doesn't really win the same way as it used to, like in 2019 or so. But what else am I doing here? I guess like I guess they probably don't have Wasteland because they're playing PO, right? So we don't have to worry about that. We mostly just have to worry about dress down. Mox Pearl. I'm not even sure I was supposed to bring in negation. I was probably supposed to bring in fluster. I did bring all of them in. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. All right, well, I'm gonna play Collector Roof, and I'm gonna hope that turns off your saga and makes your life hurt. Nope. Okay. Well, now what do I do with my life? I guess I have an Outland Liberator, so I'm not just dead on the spot. Land would be okay. Besiege you. Yeah, I'm gonna still do the whole Collector Roof here. Can't imagine they have double counter spell, and this will just make it so it's just 1 saga token anyways. We're definitely going to play this game in a bit of a different fashion than the first game. We're going to be super heavy controlling on the oof plan. I'm just like not very convinced that's going to be enough, but we'll see. Hopefully they get like a Soul Guide Lantern here. Try to stop us from Hermit Druiding. We can just play our control game. Oh, they're just going to Needle on Deathray Shaman. Yeah, I guess that's good too. I guess like this hits Deathray Shaman and Hermit Druid all the time, so it doesn't really hurt them to bring in Needle against us. Oh, and they have a Academy, so now they have mana again. Academy is the bane of our existence, huh? Need that Wasteland. Also, this thing's a 4/4. Okay. And Lorien. Oh, and Bowmaster. Watch some Bowmaster wheel here. I put Lurrus in hand. Yeah, it's pretty good too. Guess that means my Liberator is not great. But my Hermit Druid doesn't win the game, so it kind of has to be. I don't even get to, like... I don't even get to counter Lurrus because I have Mind Break Trap negation. Not that Lurrus matters. Not that I can cast Lurrus either, so... I guess at least I'm covered from PO again. That was a pretty miserable experience getting the Tolarian Academy PO'd through our oof. Alright, Bobble off. At any point, I can kill this Construct token. I'm just going to... We have Lurrus coming, right? Oh, no! They drew Underground Sea. Okay, well, and this actually means that my thing will flip later. But I can't play my own Lurrus because I have 2 Tropical Islands and my Deathray Shaman's turned off, so... And Mox Shit doesn't do anything. Okay. Now what? I think they'll just concede because we have a Hermit Druid in play and they can't stop it. That would be cool. We could use that help in our lives. Yeah, I mean, this matchup does not look good. I mean, it's probably even worse if they're on just like blue-black Lurrus, right? Because they can wasteland us off of mana, and I don't know. If this deck doesn't beat blue-black Lurrus, it's a huge problem, right? Feels tough to play. Though this is not like traditional blue-black Lurrus, right? Because there's no wastelands. It's gonna play 4 dress downs. It's gonna play POs, so it's different. Though I do think that normal blue-black Lurrus should be playing Tolarian Academy, but that's a whole other topic for another day. So I can't eat this thing, so I can't block this thing. Yeah, kind of glad I shot that construct. It's been a bit annoying. So I can win if I draw an Oracle myself for my Hermit Druid here. I can't cast Gataxian Probe, or I will suffer mental damage and physical damage from Orcish Bowmasters. At some point, I guess I could theoretically block with Collector Roof and free up my mana, but I don't think that helps me particularly. Not really sure where I'm going from here. Like, I really need the Wasteland Loam Lock, you know? That's what I really need, so I can get my opponent off mana. I think that would be very helpful for this deck. I mean, why? Like, I don't even have Ponders in my deck, and my deck feels like it just folds to Orcish Bowmaster. I guess I am playing all these little creatures, and they're playing a Bowmaster, and I'm playing draw spells, so I guess it makes sense. I am so dead. I guess I'm just supposed to play these out in case the Collector Roof ever goes away. What am I supposed to do from here? Are they debating countering this? There's a Collector Roof in play. I don't even need it. This Deathray Shaman on... This Needle on Deathray Shaman is pretty annoying too. Though there's not that much in the yard anyways, so... Okay. Like, I theoretically could activate this Hermit Druid. I mean, the Hermit Druid does win if I find a Thassa's Oracle, so that's nice. Because I play a Thassa's Oracle, and if they dress down, I don't have to activate Druid. But if I do resolve an Oracle, then I just put the trigger on the stack. I activate the Druid. Then I'm only dying to like Ancestral. Yep. I mean, I can't block this thing. Lorien revealed. Not a bad one. Not a bad one in this sense. I get to get an Underground Sea. So I'm now 1 Underground Sea from a Lurrus. A Lurrus could help because if I get a Lurrus in play and I have activate Hermit Druid, then I can replay the Oracle from my yard with Lurrus. That, of course, dies to Dress Down. But we have a lot of counter spells this time, so maybe it'll be okay. I probably have to use Hard Cast on this Mental Misstep on this Ancestral Recall. Targeting them, still probably a counter. And then I'll trap if they have like a fluster or something. I can trap the stack. I would love them to have like gone more in on this turn and just like get a free trap life, but don't have that. So taking one. Uh-huh. Nice, Misty. Okay. All right. Well, now we're cooking. Underground Sea. I guess I should maybe wait until I get negation up for this. Kind of don't want to. I can't go right away though. Do need like negation on my turn, right? Oh, dress down. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, so they're gonna Lurrus dress down loop me here? But I have a negation, so. Probe. Okay. I feel like we're getting closer. It feels like we're getting closer. Well, I also have Collector Roof and Outland Liberator that I can buy back with my Lurrus as well. Don't know if that helps me. I mean, I can't actually Outland Liberator and dress down, which is kind of funny and also bad for me. So right now I could go. I don't have the mana to actually go hard cast negation plus activate druid plus cast Lurrus. And I probably am going to force negation of this dress down. What a weird game. What a weird game. Feel like I could. I still don't want them to kill my Hermit Druid, so I'm just taking one. And then end step, they cast Dress Down. I mean, they paused long enough that I assume they don't have anything, but I'm going to negate this Dress Down. I mean, in this case, I feel like I'm just jamming. This time, I don't think I'm sitting here and waiting till things go badly, right? We just jam and hope it works. Also, like, the way they're pausing makes me think they don't have anything, so... Black Lotus, a classic. All right, well, I activate my Hermit Druid, I mill over my library, and then I'm going to cast this Thassa's Oracle. All right. They did not have it. I learned my lesson. Whatever. Spit. I think we're okay. The fact that our combination is bad against Dress Down is probably not great. What a weird games. All right, I mean, I'm keeping this. I have lands and spells, and seems good. How many keep? They kept a 6-card hand. Okay. I got a probe. I got a wasteland for a saga. I got multiple pieces of counter magic. I like our spot. Seems okay. Not the most powerful hand, unfortunately. Definitely cashing in this probe before I get Bowmastered, though. So show me your secrets. And their secrets are the following: Opal, Lantern, Saga, Lurian, Demonic Tutor. Okay. We'll just pass. And then probably we end up just countering this Demonic Tutor, I would think. And then Wastelanding Saga. No, they didn't end up Lorian. Interesting. Their hand is like really anemic. I'm actually almost surprised they kept. Maybe we're supposed to play Wasteland here to represent this, so they can't even make this a play. What are they gonna get? They're gonna get Demonic, or they'll probably get Ancestral, and it'll be hard to play around. Let's just negate this, pitching the other negation. I think that makes the most sense. Just because we're going to get to this dig eventually. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Yep. Though I guess this lantern, holding the lantern. Does that mean they have a negation? Oh, sorry, a fluster storm then? Out of lands. Ooh, another land. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and crack these both and go get my cats. I can do 1 Trop and 1 Underground Sea as well. Actually, I mean, if my opponent wasn't representing Fluster so hard, I feel like we could even go for Dig Through Time here. But because my opponent's representing Flusterstorm here by not playing this Lantern out, feels like it'd be bad. Ah, they drew Vampiric. Okay. Not Flusterstorm. It's okay. What are they gonna get? Ancestral? We have it covered. Yeah, I'm just gonna force this. Pitching force. Are they gonna play Lantern now? Sure. They have Opal plus 1 unknown. Currently, I can't dig through 1 Lantern activation, right? No, I can. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all right, let's just cash this in now. That feels pretty free. Opponent has an Opal and an unknown. I'm cashing in a dig. I've got Collector Oofs and Besajus and Strip Mines. Let's do Strip Mine and Flusterstorm. Collector Oof, Besaju. All these seem pretty damn good. Deathrite Shaman. Kind of like Deathrite Shaman. Let's go Strip Mine Deathrite Shaman and then go Oof Deathrite Shaman. Try to keep them out playing this game. Yeah, I think that the number one thing I want in this deck is 1 Life from the Loam and 1 Dress Down. Those are key cards, I think, in the Lurrus Deathrite Shaman decks that you see, like Medvedev play. And I would really like those cards to be in the deck. All right, Deathrite Shaman. They have Opal, 2 unknowns. Maybe they drew a misstep for pausing on this. Maybe we're thinking about cracking Lantern to try to draw a misstep. Okay, well, they're gonna crack their Lantern now after we play this Collector Roof for sure. wonder if that strip mine is like too aggressive. Could be. Okay. I mean, this is not a bad spot. Start attacking their mana. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the blue-black Lurrus matchup is fine. 4-1, and we might have 5-0'd if I had made a better choice versus Pio. So could be just one good pilot away from a 5-0 here. I almost don't even know like how good this package is in general. Like, are we better off just like playing 2 more oracles and 3 ponders? Like, does that make our deck better? It's probably not, because we're only playing two druids. Was I correct in boarding out this thing every single round? Maybe not either. I do think that our deck is like missing fundamental tools that makes it like a grindy Lurrus Deathrite Shaman deck. Let me just see if I can pull one of those up really quickly. But a Lurrus Deathrite Shaman deck is a deck that already exists in the format and has had some success. The difference would be that deck is winning with like Tarmogoyf attacks, whereas this deck is winning with a combination kill a lot of the time. So let's do 1 Lurrus and then Collector. Oof. Collector. Oof. Okay, found it. Search. Sultai, Shirkan. Oh no, let's go Medvedev. That's a little bit more tested. So here's an example of a deck that this is kind of emulating, right? This deck has no dress downs in it. Justin! Okay, it's fine. But yeah, see, like 4 Death Shaman, 4 Tarmogoyf, and then 4 Collector Roof, and then instead of playing, like, it's all playing the same stuff. That's another thing to think about is Assassin's Trophy actually better than Abrupt Decay? Abrupt Decay is actually really nice in this current format, but it's almost exactly the same list, except not 4 Lorien Reveals. I'm not sure we need 4 Lorien Reveals, actually. No 4 Lorien Reveals, and then I think the 1 Loam is really big deal. I think some Vigors might be helpful. Sideboard, maybe we can take some inspiration from, but either way, I was fairly impressed with what this deck had to offer. I don't know if like it's worth it to be playing the 7 cards that come out every single round, but I drew the Hermit Druid enough in these games where I didn't feel like I needed 4 Hermit Druids, except for like the one time we died to Mono White where we didn't have a Hermit Druid. But for the most part, 2 Druid actually seemed like it worked okay. 1 Ponder wasn't really bad, but it wasn't really good. But also, if people are going to Bowmaster us, do we really want more Ponders, right? I mean, theoretically, you could just take 3 Lorien Reveals here and turn them into Ponders. Maybe we had to play 1 more land in that situation, but that could be something that happens as well. Yeah, I think this is like... The fact that we had all this blue counterspells in our sideboard made it very easy for us to like take out the explosive graveyard stuff and be very controlling versus the combo-oriented decks, which was really nice. So, yeah, okay, not bad. Maybe even a 5-0. Like I said, I think that it's definitely arguable that I made a mistake in not going for a jam play against PO when I had a kind of a commanding board spot, but they had a Delirian Academy to give them outs. Either way, thank you to Gary for this donation decklist. If you want to see your decklist played on this channel, make sure to the Patreon link in the description below where you can find all the information you need to submit your own donation decklist. If you are enjoying the vintage content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this YouTube channel. We'll have a Modern Horizons 3 spoiler overview coming soon, so I'll see you then.